Hello, and welcome back to Behind the Songs with Intense Reality.
We are 3/4 of Intense Reality.
We sure are. Today we're here to talk about Start Again, which was the lead single off of Road Trip, our new album. We're talking about all the songs on that album, but today we're talking about Start Again specifically, and kind of like how we wrote and came up with the words for it and recorded that song.
This one started off, I had this riff, what I wanted to do like as a solo project, but I was having troubles like expanding it. And I showed it to Michael and it kind of became this backburner thing. And once again, when we were looking for songs to write as a band, when we started forming like a full 3-piece band again, this riff came up and then we kind of took it and changed it a little bit. And it just fleshed itself out with the help of Michael and Colton, just doing what was natural. And I think the lyrics are mostly Colton again, right?
It was a pretty cool effort. I remember coming over to your house at some point. We were working on something late at night or whatever. I think it was mostly the chorus or whatever. Maybe a couple verses.
I think I remember you having the da-na-na-na-na-na, like that was your riff, right? And then I came up with like the start again, like the chorus stuff. Once again, I seem to have like this thing where I wanted to be the one to do the choruses or whatever. I remember thinking that the chorus would sound cool coming off of like what you were doing. And then, yeah, I mean like this isn't crazy complicated in terms of structure, but yeah, like I think Colton and I mostly figured out the words together. I don't know if you did any of the words on this one. I think
I don't think I did.
I think Colton and I figured out the words together. I remember there's a lot of lines that are like definitely like I remember them coming from you. That line about like lit that match and you burn it down, right? Like that was one that was yours, right? I remember some other stuff about just like placing it around like, oh, you know, okay, like this is the setting. I remember helping with like the setting in the verses, like, okay, this is a Saturday and then this was a stormy night and like that kind of stuff. I mean, you could like pick apart the specifics, but basically Colton and I were able to come to like the same kind of idea and the same kind of vibe. Definitely feels like the fallout. It feels like it's a song about the fallout of a relationship. It feels like. It's not something that I was experiencing at the time, but it was something that I had written about in the past, like, so it's not completely foreign. But like just trying to be something that was catchy and, you know, could be relatable for anyone that's kind of going through a similar kind of thing to that. And I think moreover, it was just, I was so stoked on just having something that was kind of like upbeat and major key and felt kind of accessible. I felt like it could do well in terms of maybe being something that could entice somebody that hasn't really heard Intense Reality before.
Well, according to actually my good buddy Kim and whatnot, apparently this is one of our best songs, he says, because he came out to a show and we played it and he pulled me aside afterwards. He's like, that's like your guys' song, right? That's not a cover? And I'm like, no. And he was very much impressed with the feedback so far with this one has been phenomenal.
We knew it was going to be good, and I think we knew for a long time that we wanted it to be like the lead single for the new album. And so then we got together out at this like public like day use area, kind of out in the county. And we showed up one time with like drums and like instruments in tow. It was this past spring.
Everyone looking at us had no idea what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
But we kind of took over the recreational area, and luckily Parks Canada did not come into this crap. But
yeah, it was pretty low key.
We filmed a music video for it, and it's out right now. So go have a look and whatnot.
This one too, I'll link the behind the scenes from the music video in the description of this too, because the behind the scenes were just as fun. This one's like probably the oldest new song of ours. Really stoked on.
The oldest newest song.
Yeah, the oldest new song of ours. I feel like this one will probably keep in our live arsenal for a while. It's the reception has been awesome.
The production was pretty cool. Like,
it was.
This was the first song where I left like 2 solos in at the same time, like dual tracked the solo. Because I was like, I know this one pretty good, so let's just do them both over top of each other to make it sound cool.
Yeah.
And it worked out. Pretty much you can barely tell.
Yeah. Yeah, and we put like a good amount of effort into like the backing vocals and kind of like the atmosphere of the song too. I really love the guitar tone that we ended up with on it.
Yeah, came up with something that was pretty damn good. And I love how this turned out versus like the first riff that I ever recorded of it. That was like, I call it Soul Food or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Really took some life.
Yeah, no, it was cool. I
Nice
think.
to have a band.
Oh, absolutely.
Random ideas will become awesome songs.
Yeah, if we all put our heads together, it always goes well. Kind of like Queen of Hearts. This is another one that I think was really like 33%.
My mom loves Queen of Hearts.
Yeah.
That was the first video, Colton.
We're working on all kinds of stuff. So if you want to see the kind of stuff that we're working on, sub to our YouTube page and follow us on the socials and maybe catch us at a gig. You never know. I bet 2023 we're probably going to play a handful of really, really awesome gigs. Continue to show off these new songs live. Yeah, tune in next week for the next episode where we talk about the dopamine screen. And otherwise, have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next week.